It's Zine month, and that means an absolute ton of creative people are making a bunch of rad tabletop role-playing game zines. Let's check out some of the crowdfunding projects that I think look super cool. First up is Out of Orbit by Andrew Bowman. This is a game about surviving a crash on a strange, uncharted planet. And instead of playing an individual character, the players have a group of survivors that they can all switch between. It sounds like there's some cool flashback mechanics to help build the story and a cool base or camp building system too. This one's definitely meant for multiple sessions of play. And the thing I think is super cool is that Andrew is not only writing the game, but also doing the illustration and layout. I think when one single creator has their hands in every part of the process, it just makes a project feel really special and unique. I also really love Andrew's podcast, One Shots Tavern. It's super fun to hear about him and his co-host DJ, how they got into TTRPGs and how they're navigating the journey of making their own games and also learning from playing a ton of awesome other games too. Really, really cool. Definitely check out of Orbit. The Rook and the Crook by Indestructiboy is a system neutral, high-level funhouse dungeon adventure. I like what Indestructiboy has made in the past, and he has Alexei Gorbut and Undelved doing all of the artwork, so it's gonna be killer. Plus, there is a stretch goal for a cool skateboard design. I'm all about people making zines and then adding on totally wild extras. I love skateboarding, so I'm definitely going in for this skateboard extra. Go pledge and let's make it happen. Tales of Volksgrad by Leander Durstein is a city fantasy setting zine that helps a GM build out a fully realized city and their own campaign. I just love these kind of zines that aren't necessarily a game, super system neutral, and they just let you pick whatever you want, all the cool ideas inside, you just take whatever you want. And again, another zine that is written and illustrated by the same person. The artwork looks really, really awesome. The city map is mind-blowing, just incredible. I also really love collections of just random tables, and The Doomed Stronghold by Church of Doom is just that. A bunch of quick, punchy, inspiring D20 tables packed with ideas to help you create castles for your players to explore and probably take over for themselves. I love the public domain photo-bashed art style, and I love that Landon from Church of Doom is printing the zines himself, adding one more step in the process of do-it-yourself. Makes it feel extra, extra special. Next up, we have Thieves of the Tome by George Philbrick. This game looks so cool. You play as characters who enter the library of Nazar, and you steal a spell book from an evil wizard, and then you try and escape. The trick is the entire game uses real-world physical books. You'll bring a real-life book to the table, you make spells, another person steals your book and creates their character. Even the GM uses their own book to get inspired, and it influences what's going on in the game. I just love unique game experiences like this, and there's even a demo that you can download and check out on the Kickstarter page. Thieves of the Tome looks super, super cool. And speaking of unique experiences, Development Hell by Tanuki Games looks really fun. You and a group of friends will develop a movie over the course of the game. You pitch a story and then develop the movie together. And then you go into post-production sort of individually. While all that's going on, the players are being sabotaged by the corporate studio with the money. Really cool premise. I've spent so many hours on the phone with my best bud Brandon, rewriting Star Wars and superhero movies. And this game sounds like it gets at that sort of fun. Definitely check out Development Hell. Okay, so I get asked all the time about games that are good for young kids to play, and Let's Go Rumino by Eric Oakland looks to be the perfect tabletop role-playing game for your little ones. Everything's really pick up and play, so sessions can be as long or as short as they need. Simple rules for the players and for the GM. Super fun artwork. I love Eric's cartoony style, and the way he illustrates instructions is just so perfect. Like, I don't think your kids even need to be able to read to understand the rules. So if you've got a young kid that maybe isn't ready for complex math or 3-hour play sessions, but you still want to introduce them to tabletop role-playing games, definitely check out Let's Go Ramino. Night Forlorn is a fun-looking game by Blackfish Publishing. They're the makers of one of my favorites called Heroes of Cerulean, a Legend of Zelda-inspired game. But in Night Forlorn, a group of players all play as one single solitary knight, a lone wanderer on a futile quest. Each player takes on a different aspect of the knight. The artwork looks really spooky and mysterious, perfect for a Dark Souls or Diablo-inspired game. It seems really unique and fun, not complicated, so I'm all in on Night Forlorn. Because Zine Month goes all month, I want to shout out a few projects that haven't launched yet, but I'll have links to their pages in the description so you can go follow them and be ready when they do launch. Creating and adapting monsters for Shadow Dark by my pal Michael from Night Noon Games. I've gotten to see a preview of this one, and I'm just going to say, if you're a Shadow Dark player, this is going to be a must-have zine. I'm sure I'm going to be talking about this one in future videos, so stay tuned for more info. A Perfect Rock by Deep Dark Games, the creator of Home, one of the best zines I got from last year. It's a GM-less space exploration, planet building story game. Looks really, really good. From just the few preview images that are already up on the page, the design, the illustration, all looks really perfect and awesome. Another favorite from last year was Thrifty Trades of the Fae, and it looks like this year Game Tree is back with a similar zine called Catch Me If You Can't, all about thieves and rogues. I'm sure this one's going to be filled with lots of great ideas and some awesome illustrations, and the layout will be super cool. I'm really, really excited about this one. Resistance is Required is a new game by DJ from the One Shots Tavern podcast I mentioned earlier. This one is all about fighting the system, and it feels important right now, but also sounds like it's going to be really fun and exciting to play. Lots of deep story happening. Really, really stoked to see how this project comes together. Omen by Spencer Campbell of Gila RPGs is a one-shot game about creating a doomed world. At the beginning of the game, you roll a big pool of d6s, and then those results are what you have to use for the entire game. Everything that Gila RPGs puts out is awesome, and this one I'm sure is going to be no different. Then there's Monster Pamphlets by Arlen Ortiz. I'm such a huge fan of Arlen's illustrations, and his other zines are so good. I'm sure I'm going to be talking about these Rumored Land zines in the future. Risographed, filled with so many wacky ideas. Anyway, the Monster Pamphlets is a reprint of some old zines that I don't have, so I'm just excited to get my hands on some more of Arlen's awesome risograph zines. Okay, that does it for this list. Check out all the links in the description, and let me know what other cool projects I missed in the comments. Also, go check out Backerkit and itch.io. There's lots of fun stuff going on there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!